Wonderful to have you with us, sir. And we start on this humorous note that potentially your shares have been on a bit of a rocket ride since March in particular, because some are thinking that potentially it's getting mistaken for Tesla, particularly the retail investor wanting to get into that particular EV and instead getting into biotech. Do you think it's a case of mistaken identity?
Carolina, good evening, and thanks for having me. I believe that it is that assumption is completely ludicrous and comical, because we have been listed on the Nasdaq with the same ticker symbol since 2018. And prior to the COVID pandemic, our share volume was quite thinly traded. Hence, had investors, whether it be retail or others, been mistaking Tiziana for Tesla, which has a $280 billion market cap, I think we would have seen the impact a long time ago.
Yeah, it's kind of humorous that people get these tickers confused, but I will say one thing that you're touching on here, Gabriele, is sort of the increase in your share price that you've gotten because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and more importantly, because of the developments that you're trying to make here with regards to a potential treatment for COVID-19. Can you just briefly explain to us what is the treatment, the therapy that you're developing, and just put it into layman's terms as to how it would work?
So Romain, I believe an explanation for our stock rise is a combination of two things. Number one, we have a very ample pipeline with 3 drug indications in the clinic and a breast cancer prognostic test, which is going to be launched on the market in Europe as early as 2021, which demonstrated to be the most accurate prognostic test for breast cancer in May, showing superiority of over 40% against the world's market leader, Oncotype DX. So we have a very ample pipeline, but I think it is fair to say, had it not been for the COVID pandemic, the interest and scrutiny in the entire biotech sector, which has been living in a coma since 2016, it has helped all of us. I think there's been a massive transition of money from both the institutional world as well as the retail world into the biotech because of the COVID pandemic. So companies like Tiziana Life Sciences, which have ample pipelines, are now being looked at, and people want to invest in biotech companies more than they wanted to before the COVID pandemic.